Well, hello everyone. Happy Tuesday and welcome back to Farming Simulator 22 here on East Vineland, New Jersey. We're at Kubota Farm. Hope you all had a really good Halloween. Got all your candy. Don't have stomach aches from eating too much candy. Got your trick and treats out of the way. Or as Charlie Brown would say, your tricks or treats. That's right. Some of you know what I'm talking about. And I remember when I was a kid, we'd bring our candy home and our parents had to check our candy. Is that still a thing? Do parents still check candy? I think it's more of a thing where people aren't people aren't handing out scary things as much. Maybe I don't know. I'll tell you, you know, don't 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 hand out fruit. Come on. I mean, I get that push for healthy living, but kids don't want an apple, and they definitely don't want an apple with obvious defects, if you know what I mean. So let's keep it real, people. Let's keep it real. But do we still check our candy? I don't know. It seems a little creepy to me still though, that you got a bunch of strangers, giving you pieces of candy. Yeah, I don't know. Something about it. A little creepy. Anyways, what am I doing out here on Kubota Farm? Well, I'm looking at this field and I'm liking what I'm seeing. I'm liking what I'm seeing. I think this is going to be our new field. I've been giving it some thought. And although I like the idea of, in fact, let's just do this. Why not, right? Crank that up a little bit. Let's do a little drone flying. So we own this bad boy right here, and I do like the idea of buying this little plot of land right here in front of us and maybe tying these together. I think that would be nice. But we've got $472,000. Actually, we don't own this field either, do we? And what's it growing? It's growing sunflowers, so we'd have to deal with sunflowers, get a different header. But this would be a pretty convenient field to own as well. Where am I? Why am I not? Oh, yeah, okay. So field 6, 228,000, almost 229,000. And that would complete this little area. But boy, field 10, acreage-wise, or hectare-wise, what's that say? 159,000 per hectare, 146,000 per hectare. What's our possible yield? Wait a minute. Did I do that wrong? Where do we get our possible? There it is. Expected yield 120% on field 10. Yeah, I don't know. I think we need to go with 10. I do. $299,533. Let's buy the land. And we are now official owners of field 10. We also want to purchase our soil information. That's going to be another $1,750. And actually, that is exactly why it's got good yieldage, because the majority of it is loam, and I believe that is the right direction that we want to be going in. Most of field 9 is sandy loam. And if I'm not mistaken, yeah, see how much our yield potential goes down on 9. So, all right, we are now official owners of field 10. So if we look in the lower right-hand corner, it says you. That's right. We own it. And here's the interesting thing. Well, it's not interesting, but look at the pH value and the nitrogen. Yuck. We're going to have a lot of lime and fertilizer to spread on this bad boy to get it up to snuff. However, we did just buy a nice big field of sorghum, which is pretty sweet because sorghum usually sells pretty well, and I know that at least our pigs are going to be quite pleased with that as well. Let me turn flight off because that can cause things to be a little bit squirrely. And I'm just going to bump this down to 2. I like that fast walk like that. Just a little bit faster than the normal in-game. I kind of like that. I'm pretty happy though. This is a really nice sized, decent sized field for East Vineland. And it's very well located next to our farm. So I think this was a good purchase. What do you all think? Hopefully you agree. If you don't, I guess it's too late now. And actually, this field, and we own this bad boy here that's growing all this beautiful barley. I mean, truth be told, I know I just turned it off. I know. Truth be told, wouldn't that be a fun, big field? All of that connected? You know, I like, aw, there's our sheep. How you guys doing? Yeah? I think sheep are my favorite in the game. I do. Something about them. They're just fun animals. Just fun animals. So, connecting all these, I mean, that would be a nice, massive field. The only thing I sometimes think about connected fields is it's kind of nice to be able to have separated fields for different crops. Now, I know you can still do that even if you connect all the fields, but with hired workers or with course play, things just get a little bit more complicated. So maybe just leaving them individuals for now might not be the worst idea in the world. The other thing that I wanted to accomplish on this episode, we talked about it the last time I think we were in here. Let's see if we can find it. I kind of wanted to put down something to wash our vehicles with. And there it is. This is what I went for. It's the old M82 water hose. $150. Seems pretty reasonable. I like this better than the pressure washer, I think. I think I do. The question is, where do we put it? Where does it make sense? I thought it would kind of make sense to have it like over here by the barn kind of area. Oh, right. Oh, you know what? That is hilarious. I've never noticed that stinking basketball hoop right there. I have got to start paying attention better. Maybe putting it, somewhere in this area. I don't want to put it out like that because guaranteed I'll be ripping bumpers off of tractors if it's out like that. But maybe something, maybe something along this line. I know I always make a bigger deal out of these things. They're like the smallest thing you can do probably in Farming Simulator. Just put a hose down. But I always think about overthink it, just kind of overthink it, overanalyze it. We could put it here. Maybe it makes sense to have it by our gas pump. Ooh, actually, I almost kind of like that idea even better. Maybe right there. I don't know if it puts down cement or not, but I kind of like that. Let's check something out here, though. Did I have the snap build? I do have the snap build. Okay. I like my things being straight if possible. Little anal retentive on that. Snap build position. Oh, I don't want the pixels. I want that. We can actually do 90 degrees. And then we got this bad boy. That way when we move it, she moves in 90-degree angles. I don't think... No color selections, which... That's I kind of like a different color hose, but we don't get that. All right, let's go ahead and put that down right there. Yeah, that'll work. Right? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. All right. Now, let's go grab the truckster. And actually, what is it, May? We can take this plow off of this thing, but let's wash it first, and then we'll get the plow off of it. Put it away for the summer months. So yeah, Halloween come and gone. Unbelievable how fast. How fast this year's flying by for me. I don't know about you all, but it has really flown by. And the big thing too is, boy, I remember when this first kit was introduced into the game, washing and dirt and stuff like that. I thought, yeah, that made it so much better, didn't it? It's one thing I wish Euro Truck and American Truck would allow is dirt and washing for their trucks, but I don't think it's going to happen. I could be wrong. Oh yeah, look at that paint missing and stuff there. Kubota might need a retouch. I might have to give it back to the old Kubota company and let them give our truck a nice paint job. They're not going to want us representing them with a dirty truck. Let's get this cleaned off too. Is it charging us any money? 716. I don't think it is. If it is, oh yeah, it is. Okay, it's charging us a little bit. I also remember when when washing first came to the game, how cool it was to get the modders were making, and they still are. They don't seem like they're as popular as they used to be, but modders were bringing out the car washes, you know, and you could drive through the car wash and stuff like that. And I always thought it'd be cool to have one that actually does like soap, you know, kind of a soap pre-wash and then do the whole 9 yards that way. But I don't think that was ever a thing. Let's go ahead and drop our. We'll drop our dealio in here. Just like that. So we can get rid of our plow. And maybe I'll give Fred a call down at the shop and ask him if I can bring the truckster in for a paint touch-up. What's the game showing? So repairs are cheap enough, little oil change costs, but that's actually not bad for a repaint. I've seen a lot worse on tractors, right? What else do we have going on here? I figure we're doing some spring cleaning. We might as well get that taken care of. Contracts are completely nil, I believe. Yep. Not entirely surprising. Maybe we'll see one pop up later in the day, but I kind of doubt it. I'm hoping they get straightened out a little bit. I don't know if I think I mentioned to you all that I saw some talk on the forums about other people experiencing contract problems. So maybe it's, maybe it's not everybody. So I'm thinking, it's probably a combination of maybe mods, maps, and stuff. One of those deals where it's, if you got the right combination of stuff going on. Definitely experienced contract problems here on East Vineland though, and I honestly don't think it's East Vineland. I did a little looking around to see if other East Vineland players are commenting on it, and I didn't see any other specific comments about East Vineland and contracts. So my guess is it's a mod I have or had, and most likely, if I'm being honest, most likely one of the contracting mods that I was running probably got a little glitchy. I see I think it's Better Contracts came out with a patch. Don't hit that honeybee header, man. Don't hit that thing. That thing's worth more than probably that tractor. I don't know if it is or not. Which one is this? The M7? No, the tractor's worth more. These honeybee headers, though, have you all looked at these things in real life? First of all, they're epic in real life. They look just as good in the game and in real life. They're pretty amazing. Very expensive, and I get the impression that these honeybee headers are kind of the, for some people considered the Cadillacs of harvesting headers. So I don't know. Yeah, you need it too, my friend. You need it too. Oh, I know, definitely our mower over there. That thing's nasty. We'll get that thing cleaned up as well. And I was thinking too, it might not hurt at all to oh, I'm stuck. There we go. It might not hurt if we get financially independently wealthy, I wouldn't mind bringing that zero-turn mower into the game to take care of all the yard work we have at the house and these smaller patches here and around the farm. It'd be kind of fun to grab that zero-turn and do that, I think. I'm hoping the game someday gets to the point where, you know, when we're washing our tractors like that and stuff, that you actually see water left over, like puddles of water left over where there's where water has been. I think that'd be kind of just another one of those extra immersion type things where you actually see, you know? I mean, wouldn't it make sense to have this whole area would be soaking wet right now, right? How's the Vermeer looking? How you doing, buddy? The other one was a lot dirtier. Oh, you're not in too bad a shape. We could still probably clear. Ooh, yeah, I forgot about the implements. Let's go grab this thing, because I know it needs it. Our M8 mower setup. She's a bit dirty. We'll get this thing cleaned up. Man, I love this mower setup right here. I think I've mentioned that a time or two. Doesn't that thing just look the bomb, though? There is something about that orange and black like that that is just sweet. Other day, I was out outside at work at lunch, taking a little walk around, and on down the street came this big old John Deere. I think it was, I'd be guessing actually, but a big John Deere mower setup, much like this one. I don't think it had... I don't think it was... that's hard to say size-wise, I guess. It was big, though. I think it was a county, city or county mower setup. But yeah, it had the front deck, just like this, the rear deck. Get all that grass and mud and stuff off of these bad boys. Get her looking good. Cleaned up, ready to go. How's maintenance doing on this thing? Yeah, I must have been keeping up with it, so good deal. Yeah, for a few dollars, we're definitely worth getting our equipment cleaned up and in good repair for spring. Getting close to harvesting, which is kind of exciting because we're definitely going to have more harvesting this year than we did the first season here on the farm, which is pretty cool. Am I missing a tractor? Oh, I know. Okay. I'm like, wait a minute. We're missing a tractor. Yeah, that's not too bad. We'll get this over here, get it washed, but we also need to wash. Let's go grab. I like the dualies on this Kubota too. That's pretty nice looking. Let's grab a couple of these bad boys over here, because we got to get this thing cleaned up. Our seeder, our planter. We'll get this all connected up. So I was talking last episode a little bit about mods and stuff, and it came to mind. I was talking about improvements with the Giants in-game mod hub. And I'll tell you what I would love to see. Filters. I'd love to be able to filter better. I'll give you an example. So when I start Kubota Farm up, when you start a map up, right? Any map. And if you're like me, you've got a lot of mods. Like, a lot of mods. instead of having to scroll through the whole list of mods, it would be nice to, well, first of all, it would be nice to be able to have favorites. So you can favorite certain mods. So you could filter by your favorites. That would be a blessing alone right there. Then to be able to filter not just alphabetically, but by category. Now I'm talking about, I know that you can do some of these things. I know they have them by category when you're looking through mods, but I'm talking about mods that you have downloaded and have installed. Okay? So, doesn't that look nicer? Ooh, that planter's looking all shiny and nice again. I'd like to be able to filter. I'd like to be able to create favorites. So, just favorite certain mods. I'd like to be able to filter them by category. I'd like to be able to filter them by brand. Basically, a lot of the features that we have in the shop, bring that to the mods that we have installed. So when I start the game, I want a very quick glance or a quick view. I'd like to have a quick view of the mods I have installed, if that makes sense. Not installed, sorry. Activated. Because there's times when I want to be able to see easily what I have activated without going into the game. I'd like to be able to also, and this is probably not going to happen, but it would be super nice to be able to have, and not have to do it manually, which I do already sometimes. It'd be sweet if there was a way to more easily separate active mods in the mod folder. In other words, and I know for console players, you guys aren't going to care about this at all, but I would like to easily be, I already watched you, Mr. Tractor. I'd like to easily be able to, let's say I have 20 mods active in Kubota here on East Vineland. I'd like there to be a way to easily, outside of the game, be able to just have those 20 mods be the only 20 mods in my mod folder. Does that make sense? And it seems like at one time or another, a modder actually came out with a program outside of the game. And it was kind of a database slash extra features for mods type of program. And it did some of this stuff. It lets you select and enable mods outside of the game. It lets you move mods to another folder, which was really cool, so that you could actually clean out your mods folder very, very easily. I know that there are people out there in the PC side of it that, and maybe on the console side to some extent, that are under the impression that you need to clean your mod folder for better performance. And I am here to tell you that I'm going to hit that pole. Does this thing fold up? And I'm here to tell you that that is basically a little bit of nonsense. The game does not. You could have 100 mods in your mod folder, or you could have 30 mods in your mod folder. The game does not load all those mods every time you start a map. It doesn't do it. And you can prove that just by looking at memory usage on your computer when the game's running, because I'll tell you, let's say I've got like 40 gigs right now of mods in my mod folder. Massive amount, 40 gigs, mostly the largest being maps, you know. They get kind of big. I can guarantee that this game right now is not taking up 40 gigs of memory on my PC. First of all, I've only got 32 gigs of RAM. That's the first thing. Second of all, it's definitely not swapping between RAM and the hard drive just to run the thing. That I can guarantee as well. So if you want to do it just to do it, that's fine. That's up to you. but don't stress out over cleaning your mod folder for better performance. I've seen this argument go both ways on forums, and it's just not a thing. It's just not a thing. If there is any performance increase, it is exceptionally minimal. Exceptionally minimal. It's like it would be unnoticeably minimal. Let's put it that way. So don't fret over that. What does impact the game is... Oh, that's right. You need to be unfolded first. What can impact the game a little bit is how much you have active. Now, if you've got, you know, a ton of them active, sure, that can impact performance a touch. Depending on your system, of course, too. I mean, everything's kind of depending on your hardware, right? And how much performance gain or loss you're going to get. And I can see where if you've got a fairly low-end system where you're trying to stretch out, you know, everything as much as you can, then yeah, you know, I would probably be a little more cautious. But I would not stress out about your mod folder. The game handles them well. The biggest thing you need to worry about with mods are conflicts and dirty mods. Mods that are bad with Lewis script errors and from people who just throw something together to get a little attention. Or maybe they think they're going to make some money on some, you know, mod site that maybe gives them a tenth of a penny per ad or something like that. Who knows? But those are the ones that's going to cause you a lot more problems than having, you know, a lot of mods space-wise. I would worry a lot more about the quality of the mods and getting them from reputable sites and that kind of thing. That to me is, you know, that's so much more important. All right, do a little spring cleanup. We're getting it all together. Get you backed in here a little bit. There we go. Why am I talking like this? I don't know. I just started doing it. I know that we used our grasswork stuff, but I don't think it looks too nasty. No, it's looking all right. We used the baler, I think, once, and then we started using some Vermeer stuff. I think we probably owe Kubota a little bit more time with the baler, too. We should probably do that. It'd be cool if the buildings got dirty, too, you know? If they started showing signs of dirt and stuff, and you could wash your buildings, your aluminum siding off and stuff like that. That'd be kind of sweet. Dooley, you are not going back to that trailer. We got other tractors that can handle the trailer. I put duals on you, my friend, to handle the dually work, plowing and stuff like that. So let's put you back in here. Get you comfy in the shed. I like this shed quite a bit. I like these sheds that you have an option of being able to drive through for obvious reasons, since I'm horrible at reversing. But yeah, I like these big open sheds like this. Really, really nice. Probably not as nice to have in regions like mine where you get a lot of snow and stuff. I'm assuming they're... Oh. Yeah. They're obviously don't hold out the snow as well and stuff, but and the rain and whatnot, but I sure like them in the game, though. Makes my life a little easier. Very roomy, too. Really, really nice. Speaking of roomy, I don't know where that's going. I was messing around out on that new map, Polowa, Polowa. I guess it's pronounced Polowa. Sounds cooler than Polowa, I guess. Um, I believe it's a Polish map. I think that is a beauty. If you have not had a chance to check out that map, please do. Even if you don't, even if you're not into, well, that was ineffective. Even if you're not into Polish maps or, it's not a small map, it's a full-size map. Maybe you're not into European maps or whatever. It's gorgeous, and it's just gorgeous. In fact, it's definitely up there on, in my opinion, on one of the more beautiful maps that have come out for FS22. Absolutely pretty map. There is, over by the farmyard, there is this little lake area with docks and, oh my goodness, picturesque, and I honestly mean that. It is gorgeous. I would highly recommend checking it out. I do believe it is cross-platform. It's absolutely stunning. I'm going to use the word stunning. Yes, I am. I'm going to use that word. Oh, I'm also going to use the cruise control when I shouldn't be. I think that's pretty much it for the nastiest of the equipment that we had. Our harvester is actually looking not too shabby. Let's check maintenance on it. Oh yeah, no problem. Nope. Oh my goodness. Are you all seeing the cost of that repaint? Come on. Come on. Giants. Giants. Let's talk. Let's honestly talk. $103,000. Oh, are they going to tear it down and repowder coat like everything and put it all back together again? That's insanity. That's not even right. And I know it's a game, but come on, man. Oh, come on, man. I don't know. Is that ESPN? That's crazy talk. I'm sorry, but if we sell it, I'll repaint it before we sell it, just so we get our money's worth out of it. But I would I would love to ask farmers. Hey, what do you think about spending $100,000 on repainting your combine? See what they say. If they don't answer you and they just walk away and go inside, I would just get in a truck or your car and drive away. Because they're probably not coming back out with a sandwich for you. I about guarantee that. That is insanity, man. Vermeer, you're looking pretty tasty. I think you're good to go. Actually, yeah, you hardly look like you've been touched. Let's check out the Vermeers. Oh, yeah, repairs, nothing. I must have kept... 10 grand. 10 grand. All right. Well, we did our spring cleaning. We got what we needed to get done. She looks a lot better. I am going to take this into the shop, though, to have it get touched up because that black is looking a little bit nasty. So we'll get the Kubota, we'll get that over to Fred's shop and let him and his guys get that touched up for us. But other than that, I think we're good for spring cleanup. Everything's clean, ready to go. I think our maintenance is good, and we should be ready for harvest season. Let's just say hi to our animals real quick. It looks like maybe next episode we could probably throw some grass at the sheep and let them get some love. And piggies, straw's looking good. Food's looking overall pretty good. So actually, how many pigs? Is there a way to tell? 10, 20, 30, 40? 40 pigs? We got some money. Pigs just don't, I don't know. The return on pigs, it's not the best, right? in the game, like as far as animals go? Or am I wrong about that? It just seems like, as far as money goes, pigs are not at the higher end. It seems like sheep, because of the wool, and it'd be interesting to see the difference between beef and dairy cattle. I'm sure somebody has got some better information on that. I've gone the horse route, and I didn't feel like there were decent profits, but they were definitely long-term profits. And I think I had to have the horses around for what, at least a year, if not 2 years, to really get the full. Look at that one squatting over there again. I swear, man. I think that's all that one does all day long. Eats and squats. It's just like one tube that goes into his mouth and out the other end. I'm going to nickname this one Squatty. You. Seriously, dude. Yeah, I know, but come on. Goodness gracious. So maybe if we do invest and throw some more money at something, I guess we could throw it. We could throw some more pigs in there. This one's actually, oh, reproduction. Maybe we wait. Reproduction on those 10 is coming around pretty soon. Um, sheep wise, I know we already bought some more sheep. I think a couple months ago, didn't we? So 10, 20, 25, 30, 90, 100, 165, 170, 75, 85, 85, 90, 200, 260. Yeah. Am I counting that right? Do we have around 260, 265 sheep? Did we fill this thing up? 280. Okay. So we haven't filled up the sheep barn yet. That would not be a bad thing to invest in either. And I forgot to sell the wool, didn't I? And I think it's time to sell the wool this month, I think. Let's take a quick look here at wool sales. Where's our wool? Wool. Did I pass it? Another thing I like is be able to do that and then hit like a W. I see wool right there. These should be in alphabetical order. Or you should be able to put them in alphabetical order. Or filter them or something. There needs to be more of that kind of thing in the game where you can get these kind of things. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying. June. So yeah, April and May, and we're in May. So we're gonna want to get that wool sold this month because it looks like it's gonna start taking a dip here in June. So let's remember to do that on the next episode. You all remind me. Aw, see how nice the sheep are? Look at them, just chilling. Gets up, thinks I got a treat for him. What's up, Sean? I love springtime on the farm. Well, all right, everyone. Thanks again for joining me on this hopefully entertaining, slightly different Kubota farm. I know we didn't get any farming done, but we did have to get prepared for springtime and for summer harvest. It's always worth doing. Oh, we did get a field bought. What am I saying? Yeah, big addition to the farm. Pretty awesome. Well, I will see you Wednesday morning back here on Kubota Farm. Looking forward to it. We're going to be busy pretty soon, so buckle up. You guys all take care of each other, take care of yourselves, and I will see you again real soon.